What's going on, YouTube? R to the double E dash to the ZON coming at you once again. And I'm doing another little bit of an update. Again, not a collection update, just an update on what I've been doing because there's just so much to do on the Wii U these last couple of weeks and months. I did a video on this not more than a week ago about how Sonic All-Stars Racing Transform, Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, and Pikmin 3 were just devouring all of my playtime, and I did a little video on that, catching you guys up to speed with how I'm doing with those titles and how I'm feeling about them. Again, there is a full video review coming up for Pikmin 3 soon, in the next couple of days, and one for Monster Hunter also. But right now I want to do another update video because there's just been so much coming out on the Wii U. This time I'm focusing on the eShop because we all know today, September 15th, today the Wonderful 101 came out. As soon as I can get my hands on that, I'm going to be having that. Splinter Cell just came out a couple of weeks ago, you know what I'm saying? So the Wii U is just starting to roll now with big time games, you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of stuff that I'll be getting on the console itself, but for right now I wanted to focus on the eShop because the eShop has had a steady stream of amazing content that's come out for it over the last couple of weeks. And I didn't realize this until just the other day when I turned on my Wii U. I said, let me go on the eShop and see what's popping. And oh my God. Man, first of all, I just want to say I got 3 new titles from the eShop that I purchased over the weekend, over this past weekend, and I've just been going balls to the wall with these titles, man. First and foremost is DuckTales Remastered. Now, I knew that I was going to get this eventually. I knew it because DuckTales was a classic in the 8-bit era on the NES, Capcom. Thank you for that gem back in the day. Well, they went back and they completely remastered it. This is not an upscaled version of the game. This is a complete and total remake. Completely done with the HD visuals, beautiful hand-drawn animated visual style that looks like you're playing the goddamn cartoon. All the original voice acting, as far as I can tell, because I used to watch that show religiously when I was a child, and playing it now and hearing all the voices that are featured in the game. I mean, Scrooge McDuck, Huey, Dewey, and Louie, Webbigail, Mrs. Beakley, Duckworth, Gyro, Fenton, all of them are in there. All the villains, Magica, Dispel, all of them, all the voices there, and they all sound like the original voices from the original cartoon show. I would be very surprised if they're not the original voices. If they're not, they're damn near equal to them. So it's just an amazing touch that the game has. Feels real authentic. But the reason I say it's a remake is because, as far as I can tell, from what I remember playing that game, and I actually own a copy of the 8-bit version on the NES. If you see my NES collection video, you'll see that game in my collection. But as far as I can remember, there's a lot of levels here and there, and a lot of features in this game that weren't in the original 8-bit version. So it's more than just more than just an upscale version of the game. There's a couple of new levels, a couple of new gameplay elements. One thing that I got a trip out of, I even put a picture of it on Miiverse, was the fact that they let you go into Scrooge McDuck's money bin and just dive into damn coins and swim around like he does in the show. So I was just tripping out with that, man. You know what I'm saying? But the game is awesome. All the classic music is there from the original 8-bit version, upscaled and redone with today's modern, sound. Great score, great musical score. All the voices that I said before are there. Amazing platforming goodness, man, from the 8-bit era, upscaled to HD and remade completely over, and it still has that classic platforming element. Just an amazing title. I mean, I bought it on Friday. I already beat it earlier today, and today's Sunday, 2 days later. But also that I have to play, I managed to go through that game and just beat everything, beat all the levels and all that. I'm going back to try to unlock some of the unlockables, buy some of the concept art and things like that in the gallery. But it's just a joy. It's just a beautiful love letter to HD. I mean, not HD. To old school platforming fans from back in the day who've been playing video games for a minute like myself. This game is just a love letter to us, and it's greatly appreciated. So thank you, Nintendo, and thank you, Capcom, especially for bringing this to the Wii U. It was just amazing. I love it, and I'm definitely gonna play through it a billion times. But I already did my first playthrough, and it was just epic. That's number 1. Number 2, I got Dungeons and Dragons: Chronicles of Mystara, or Mystara. I think it's Mystara with an M. What a game! I got this game because I said, it looks so much like Golden Axe that I need a Golden Axe clone in my collection. And the fact that it's got multiplayer and online multiplayer at that, and more selectable characters than Golden Axe, I'm like, I'm all for it. And again, it's Capcom. Capcom is showing a lot of love to the Wii U. People be hating on Capcom, talking stuff about Capcom, and they may be in a hard financial situation, but let's face it, today who isn't? You know what I'm saying? Capcom's in a hard financial situation. Nintendo's not doing that great financially. I mean, overall they're doing great because of 3DS and their legacy and the amount of money they have in the bank. But, you know, as far as making money this year, they're not doing too good. Sony's horrible right now. Microsoft is not doing too good. Everybody's in financial straits right now. So to say that Capcom's in financial dire straits is not an indictment against them. It's just a fact of life. But they're showing a lot of love to the Wii U. I mean, just think about it. We got Wonderful, not Wonderful 101, I'm sorry. We got Resident Evil Revelations just released on the Wii U. We got DuckTales Remastered. We got Dungeons and Dragons Chronicles of Nistara. We got all the Street Fighters are just released on the eShop. So Capcom is really showing a lot of love to Nintendo on the Wii U. So I'm very appreciative for them and what they're doing with us. But anyways, Chronicles of Nistara, man, this game is an action. It's a beat 'em up. It's a side-scrolling brawler, a beat 'em up with a lot of RPG elements and where you up your character's hit power and stuff like that. Using spells and different magical abilities and different abilities depending on who you pick. You could pick the thief, you could pick the expert swordsman, you could pick the elf. You know, there's 5 or 6 different characters to pick from, magic experts and stuff like that. And depending on who you pick, you got spells that you can use or different weapons or, you know, bow and arrows or whatnot, depending on who your character is. The fact that it's co-op and you can play local player co-op, local multiplayer co-op, or online multiplayer co-op, that is epic. And the fact that it's just like an old school arcade machine where it just says at the bottom of the screen, press start to join. And you press start and you jump in and you help somebody out. You know what I'm saying? That's amazing. I love that. I love the graphical style. Very old school. A little bit of pixelation in there, but that's because they're going for that old school look. And just the art style. Very old school arcade look. You know what I'm saying? Animated arcade look. Like you're playing an arcade cabinet. I just love it, man. And it's epic. The action is amazing. You get to choose your path as you're going through the levels. It asks you what you want to do. You want to go this way, you want to go that way, whatnot. It's amazing, man. It's a really fun beat 'em up with RPG elements in there mixed up, and it's a very good. It's only $14.99 on the Wii U, and it looks like an epic adventure. It looks like it's long too because I played about a good 30 minutes to an hour of it when I purchased it yesterday on Saturday, and I got through about 4 or 5 levels, and it looks like I'm nowhere near the end. You know what I'm saying? So that's a plus. So yeah, DuckTales Remastered, which is just awesome, and Dungeons and Dragons Chronicles of Nistara, which is also just taking up a lot of time for me right now. And then I saw that on the Virtual Console they had released Zelda 2: Link's Adventure on the NES, on the original NES for the Virtual Console. Downloaded that, man, because I used to be a gem back in the day. I used to love that one because the original Zelda was off the chain. The original Legend of Zelda was epic. We all know what it spawned and how great of a game it was. But when the sequel came out, and then subsequent sequels after that, we realized that the sequel was the first one and one of the only ones, if not the only one back in that time on the NES, that gave you a side-scrolling element to the game. It still had the overhead view, map view, you know, where you're walking around on the open plains and whatnot. But when you bumped into enemies, all of a sudden it went to a side-scrolling view, and you had a side-scrolling action-adventure Link game, you know what I'm saying, which hadn't been done. So that brought back very fond memories. It was only $4.99 on the eShop, so I definitely downloaded that, man. And I've been playing that like crazy too. So you know what I'm saying? I mean, think about that, man. That's what Nintendo gives the gamer, man. Just more bang for your buck. I've been saying this since I've been doing videos on YouTube since 2007. We're going on 6 years now, almost 7 years, y'all. I've been telling y'all this, man. Nintendo gives you more value for your money. I'm saying, I come home from work on Friday, tired, you know what I'm saying, grab a case of beer, get to the crib, you know, I got an hour or so before I got to pick up the kids, wifey's still at work, let me go on Wii U, see what's going on, boom, go on Miiverse, I'm talking to the peeps, da-da-da, whatever, Monster Hunter, this and that, let me go on the eShop, see what's popping, boom, there's a bunch of shit on the eShop. Okay, well, I just got paid, so bam, I want this, I want that, bam, and then before you know it, I have 3 or 4 new games this weekend that I'm just diving into, you know what I'm saying, and I ain't spend more. I spent $35. $35 and I got 3 titles on the eShop. 3 great titles. DuckTales Remastered is a fucking masterpiece. Chronicles of Nistara looks like a gem. And Zelda 2 Link's Adventure is just, you know what that is, man. That's old school goodness, you know what I'm saying? So I've been playing like crazy to it. I've been playing some Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. I haven't been able to touch Pikmin 3 all weekend because of that. Or Sonic, or Zombie U, or any of the older games that I have that I still play religiously. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on Wii U right now, and they're just starting to pick up steam. And we're 5 days away from the price drop. and the Wind Waker HD bundle, and then the Wind Waker HD release, then Donkey Kong, then Super Mario 3D World, and Sonic Lost World, and all this is just coming. Assassin's Creed, Black Flag, Watch Dogs, Third Party Love, Batman Arkham Origins, all that is there. Boom, 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 just coming out the gates right now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm loving what's going on with Wii U right now. I just figured I'd hop on here real quick since I got some time right now before my wife gets back from doing the groceries and my kids are behaving themselves upstairs. I just figured I'd let my YouTube audience know about the 3 new titles that I got on the eShop. I mean, so when you look at my collection on Wii U right now, if you're limiting it to just physical games that I bought, well, I got 9 and they're all amazing. But if you're talking about games in total, man, I got the 9 physical games that I bought, plus New Super Luigi U, plus Tank, plus The Cave, plus Mighty Switch Force 2, plus Super Mario Brothers 2, plus F-Zero, plus, man, Donkey Kong Jr., Yoshi, now Chronicles of Mystara, Dungeons and Dragons, DuckTales Remastered. Oh, I got a shitload of games on the Wii U, both eShop, Virtual Console, and physical retail games, man. So for people to keep talking about the Wii U like, oh, it ain't got no games, it ain't got no worthwhile games. No, y'all just not looking, because it's all over the place. It's all up in your grill. You know what I'm saying? It's all right there. Nintendo just doing work, man. You know what I'm saying? So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. God bless y'all. Stay gaming. I'm doing this and I'll keep doing this. Peace.